So you want to explore YouTube ads, but you don't have the biggest budget. Don't worry. In this video right here, I'm going to be covering some strategies that you can employ that hopefully ensure you a high level of success with YouTube ads and save you a few dollars along the way. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Neil. I run Links Digital, one of the biggest YouTube ad agencies out there, and we help people just like you, whether it's small budgets or large budgets, with their YouTube advertising. So here's some of the strategies that I would employ if I was on a shoestring budget and trying to make the most out of YouTube ads. Now, the first things first, if you are somebody who doesn't have a lot of money to go out and run expensive tests and test out a lot of different creative, a lot of different funnels, what I would recommend is the first thing you should do is make sure that there is a competitor or somebody that's running the same product or service as an ad on YouTube. Now, it doesn't have to be the exact same product or services as your businesses. However, you do want to see if there are adjacent products or the same service but in a different market that are running successful YouTube ads right now. So for example, let's say you are a personal injury law firm located in Miami. An easy thing for you to do is go find a law firm, say in New York, that is running YouTube ads successfully. Maybe you are a software company. Well, then I would try and see if there's another software company that does what you do. And if there isn't, then I would try and find a software company that's kind of priced around the same area, going after the same target market, or has a very similar funnel structure, whether they do a free 3-month subscription or they do a lead magnet funnel. You want to find as many similarities as you can. And the big principle for this here is that you don't really want to reinvent the wheel. Listen, you do not have a lot of money to go out there and run experiments on your own. So give yourself the advantage, start working and taking lead and examples from things that are already working on YouTube ads and just apply it to your product or service. Because you don't have a huge budget, you want to have that offer validation, that product market fit already, that hard part of running a business and getting an offer off the ground to be done by another company so you can save on some money. And the easiest way to go and look up these competitors or look up some of these adjacent and similar companies is to use a spy tool. Now, we've made tons of videos on how to use spy tools. I'll link some down in the description below. However, one thing I will want to mention is that a lot of these spy tools do have free trials. So if you are somebody that is really conscious about their budget, sign up for their 1 week or 3-day free trials, get all of your research done, put it in an Excel doc so that you have some material to reference later. However, by using some of these spy tools, you will be able to find other companies, other offers that are very similar to your own product or service that are running ads on YouTube. And the easiest way to kind of validate your own offer is to see if there are companies that have been running ads for a while, their ads have a lot of views, and that they're getting good social engagement on those ads. If those things are there, that gives you a good idea that your product or service will also do well on YouTube. If you are a business, let's say you're a chiropractor and you can't actually find any chiropractor ads on YouTube, well, that might be an indication that that sort of offer doesn't do too well on YouTube, and I would try and save my money and maybe explore a different channel before I came to YouTube with a bigger budget to test. So now that you have a good idea of whether or not your actual offer, your funnel type will work on YouTube ads, the first thing in your actual campaigns you want to be doing is making sure that you're setting up your campaigns correctly. Again, I've spent a lot of videos covering on how to launch your campaigns, how to set them up. In fact, I have a very extensive course that teaches you how to do this. If you're interested in that, and click the description down below. However, the gist of it is that you want to be starting off your campaigns, especially if you have a brand new account, with maximized conversion campaigns. The reason for this is you want to get as many conversions when you're first starting out as possible, and you want a lot of data in the beginning to come into your ad account so you can start making decisions on whether or not this offer, these ads, will be profitable for you and your business. Okay, once you have the bidding options correctly picked out by going by maximized conversions, if you're a completely new advertising account, the next thing I want you to do is focus on your customer research and audience avatar and build some of your targeting audiences. Again, I've made a whole in-depth video covering this year's targeting guide. You guys can get it here somewhere. But the gist of it is you want to pick high intent, super narrow audiences where your ideal customers are going to be. And when you're first starting out, you want to make campaigns, I would say anywhere from 3 to 5 campaigns that are targeting and going after these highly specific audience. Now, the best ones that are going to get you the best bang for your buck what are going to be remarketing audiences. So if you have a business that's getting a lot of website traffic, you're going to want to remarket those website visitors. If you have a organic YouTube channel already, the easiest cherry on the sundae or the low-hanging fruit is remarketing those YouTube viewers and subscribers. Now, if you are a completely brand new business and you don't have some of these business assets already built up, the next best audience type to go after would be custom segment audiences. Again, I go over all of this in my free targeting guide video, which shows you step by step how to build some of these audiences. But the things that you're looking for is going to be audiences built on specific keyword searches as well as competitor URLs. Again, these are going to be super narrow audiences, usually comprised of people that are already in the market for your product or service. Again, low-hanging fruit. Now, once you have your targeting picked out and you have your bidding options picked out, you're going to be ready to launch a few campaigns. And what I recommend is that you do not launch 1,000 campaigns all at once. Again, this is a mistake that a lot of people with small budgets make. You do not have the budget to go out there and test 1,000 different campaigns. In fact, I go over exactly how to launch your first few campaigns, how many you need in our course, but I'll give you the gist right here. Hey, really quickly, if you are somebody that's looking to get into YouTube ads, whether you want to do it yourself or you want it completely done for you, what I recommend is that you go down to the description of this video and click on the top link. What that will allow you to do is book a free strategy session with somebody on our team where we will sit down with you completely for free and see if YouTube ads make sense for your business. And with that, let's jump back into the video. Okay, all you're going to do is launch 3 to 5 campaigns with a mixture of the audiences that we just said. So launch 3 different audiences, 3 different campaigns. And then all you're going to do is set the budget to something that's comfortable enough to get a few conversions in and just wait. That's all you're going to do. You launch these campaigns and wait. Now, once your ads have spent a little bit of money, let's say about 3 times your conversion cost, then you can start making some decisions. So I'll clarify what I mean here. Your conversion cost is going to be the amount of money you're willing to pay for a specific action for a person to do. So whether it's collecting leads, adding to cart, purchases, things like that, or downloading a email, PDF, whatever. So let's say you are trying to get leads from YouTube ads and you're willing to pay $10 per lead. Well, then you're going to let your campaigns run, I said 3 times, so up to $30 in total spend. Let's say you are trying to get email signups and the most you want to pay for email signups is $5. Well, then you're going to let your campaigns run to $15 to $20. Let's say you're trying to sell a physical product and you want the cost per purchase to be $25 for your product. Then you're going to let your campaigns run to like $75, $80 before you make a decision. Now, when it comes to making decisions on whether to let your ads run or not, the first thing that you're looking for is whether those ads are profitable or not. So at the end of the day, all you're looking for is that your ads are bringing in more sales than they cost. So let's say that your product's profit margin is $20 and then you're able to get sales for $15. That means you have a net total of $5. Boom, everything is good. You can continue running your ads. You are profitable. Let's say that your profit margin on your product is $20, but your ads cost $25 to get a sale. That means you are negative $5. Your ads aren't profitable. 99% of you won't be profitable within your first few campaigns, and this is completely normal. However, because you do not have the luxury to go out and test thousands of campaigns, here are some other things you want to look for. So the number one thing that you're going to be focusing on is CTR, click-through rate. And I'll say it right here. If your ads are not getting a click-through rate over 1.5%, turn off your ads immediately and save some money. Again, this is specifically for people with small budgets. A lot of times we do get clients and accounts where click-through rate isn't over 1.5%, and we can kind of test other audiences and see if ads are profitable. However, if your ads are not profitable and your click-through rate is down below, if you are somebody with a small budget, you do not have the money to go and experiment and burn and try and make those ads work. So the best bet for you is going to be turning off those ads, because click-through rate indicates that your ads aren't good enough. If your click-through rate isn't 1.5% or greater, the glaring issue is not probably your targeting. It's not probably, the way you set up your campaigns or anything like that. The issue is going to be your ad itself. So that's the number one thing that you need to tackle. And I want you guys to be able to save that money and learn those lessons early on before you spend and burn a lot of money. So let's say you've run a few campaigns and your click-through rate is terrible. Your ads are not profitable. The number one thing that you can do, and the thing that's going to get you the biggest bang for buck, is actually going to be fixing your ads, because this is the one thing that's limiting your entire success with YouTube ads and the entire profitability with your offer. So what you're going to do is make your ads the best they can be. And again, this doesn't have to cost a lot of money here. However, you will need to do everything in your power to bring up the quality of that ad. Again, you are not somebody who has the money and budget to experiment with 20 different ads, 20 different messaging. So the ads that you do put out, they need to be higher quality, and there needs to be a lot of effort behind them. This is probably the number one thing that I see that keeps people behind, the ones that are struggling with YouTube ads, especially the ones that don't have the budget to, test out 18 different messaging on their ads. It's the quality of their ads. So you're going to want to improve that. And like I mentioned, these things do not have to cost a lot of money. So if you are somebody that's recording on just an iPhone and your first original ads were in a dark room, take the extra effort to set up your camera or your iPhone in a brightly lit place. Maybe you're sitting by a window. Let's say you're doing a voiceover. Maybe you're just recording on your computer here, or you're recording on an external mic. Instead of having a lot of extra audio, go record that ad inside of your closet where you can get that crispy audio. Again, these are free things that you can really do to elevate your ad. Instead of having a shaky camera or a shaky iPhone, put your phone down on a tripod or a shelf or something like that and film a much better ad. And finally, for those of you that are still struggling with your ads, I have one final hack for you, and this could be an absolute game changer. What I recommend is that you record at least one variation that is super over the top, super salesy, and super aggressive. Again, if you are somebody that doesn't have the budget to go out there and experiment with a lot of different marketing messages, this one is going to be a complete game changer. I want you to step outside of your comfort zone and market your product or service in the most over the top, salesy, and aggressive way possible. And the reason sometimes this works is because you actually find the real things that drive your product or service. By being extra salesy and being extra aggressive in your ads, you're really sometimes speaking to the customer on the issues that matter. You're really able to focus in on the benefits that your product or service provides and really attack those pain points and problems that your product or service is solving for. And this really cuts through the noise against all of the other ads that are on YouTube, and sometimes can work when it comes to small budget YouTube ads. Now, I will say, do not go out there and be dishonest with your product or service in your ad. Don't go out there and say that your product or service solves cancer, but do play it up, be more salesy, be a little bit more aggressive. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is exactly how you take a product or service, run it on YouTube with a small budget, and really give it that high likelihood of success with ads. If you guys enjoyed this video, please, I do all of this stuff for free. If you wouldn't mind dropping a like on this video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and consider subscribing. Thanks, guys.